weekly reading. So I am continuing with the shadow work messages. Today I will be doing your sign as well as Aquarius. And then I will finish up with the rest. Everything will be completed by Saturday when it comes to the shadow work messages. As well as me putting out the divine feminine reading. So the energy that I put forth is timeless. Whenever you click on this video, that's when the messages could resonate the most. It's also general Virgo, so not everything will apply. Just take what does and leave the rest. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, as well as Jupiter. Make sure to check your other placements. I've already done the fire signs, water signs. You're the last for the earth sign, element. So let's tap in and see what Spirit wants you to know. Sorry about that. I had a phone call come through, so I know that the video paused for a minute. But I was just saying you're the last sign for the earth signs. And I just have the air signs left. And today I'm just starting out with Aquarius. And I will complete Libra and Gemini tomorrow, Lord's will. Spirit, give me some energy for Virgo. What is the message? What would you like for Virgo to know at this time? What is the energy? Shadow work messages. What would you like for Virgo to know? Okay. So I have breaking mental chains. Old belief systems can keep you stuck. Be willing to challenge and rewrite them. Okay, Virgo. For some of you, you could be stuck in your ways, not really open to change, even though you are a mutable sign. The prison of regret. The past cannot be rewritten, but your future is still yours to create. So for some of you, it's like you're holding on to things of the past because there's some regret here, Virgo. So I feel like there's a need for you to release the past regret in order for you to move on, to move forward and have something better. It's like the past is keeping you stuck, and so you're not able to call in the things that is going to be beneficial for you. You're holding on to the woulda, coulda, shouldas, and Spirit God is like, let that go, release. The past is done. You can't do anything about it. You can't go backwards. All you can do is live in the moment and move forward. We have breaking karmic cycles. So something could have to do with the relationship for some of you. Recognize repeating patterns and take action to break generational wounds. So for some of you, this could be a pattern for you. It's like you're repeating the same cycles you've witnessed growing up when it comes to partnerships. So let's go ahead and tap in and see what Spirit wants you to know. Spirit, give me some energy for breaking mental chains and the prison of regret. Why is this here for Virgo? Why is breaking mental chains and the prison of regret here for Virgo? What is the energy? What would you like for Virgo to know at this time? What would you like for Virgo to know at this time? What is the message? Okay. The Eight of Swords, yes. Some of you have been stuck, been unable to move forward, mentally bound by something or certain events from the past. You cannot move on. For some of you, I feel like it's just hard for you to let go of things overall. Like you hold on to things for a very long period of time, months, years. Death at the bottom of the deck. Scorpio energy, it's time for an ending to happen. It's time for a cycle to finish, a shift to take place, Virgo. Give me an energy for breaking mental chains and the prison of regret. Why is this here for Virgo? The King of Pentacles. I'm hearing have it your way. For some of you, you just want things your way. And when it don't go your way, you have a hard time getting over it. You have a hard time releasing. There could be resentment as well. For some of you, you could have resentment towards a father figure. For some of you, something got to do with a father figure that was your father was not in your life, so you're still holding on to that. For some of you, something has to do with a spouse, somebody that you were married to or in a long-term commitment with. Give me an energy for the Eight of Swords. Why is the Eight of Swords here for Virgo? What is the energy? The Three of Wands. Yeah, it's like you're trapped, but it's time to move forward. It's like your mind is... It's like one part of you is saying, okay, let me get in this Three of Wands energy. Let me look forward to the future. Let me move forward and focus on what's ahead of me. And then another part of you is still stuck on, you know, what could have been. And then I also have Temperance, Sagittarius energy. So for some of you, I feel like there's a need for you to balance the situation. That's why you can't let go, because balance has not been brought to a situation here, Virgo. But you still have to learn how to release and let go, even if balance is never brought to a particular circumstance. You still have to learn how to move forward. You still have to be okay with, you know, the apology that you never got. Give me an energy for the Three of Wands. Why is the Three of Wands here for Virgo? I have the Tower, Scorpio energy. So what's going to happen is God is bringing in a Tower moment. God is going to force you to move forward. It's like there's nothing you can do about it at this point in time. You've had your chance. You've had your moment to decide, and you chose to remain stuck. You chose to stay focused on the past, what didn't work out, looking at the glasses being half empty instead of half full. You chose to have a very pessimistic outlook on life. So now this change is happening to shift your viewpoint, Three of Wands, to get you to have a broader focus when it comes to life, Virgo. I have the Fool in the reverse, exactly. Aquarius energy, because you're holding yourself back. You're not taking a leap. I feel like for some of you, you could be allowing certain opportunities to pass you by just because you're so stuck on the past. You're so stuck on having things the way you want it. And I have the Two of Pentacles. Yes, in the reverse, this is a choice. This is a willing decision that you are making for some of you. Give me an energy for the Fool in the reverse. Why is this here for Virgo? I have the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, something has to do with somebody you either wanted a family with, you had a family dynamic with. For some of you, this could be your very own family, your relatives, but it's like it's something you can't let go. For some of you, like this is you wanting that long-term commitment, wanting someone to be your forever person, you know, the white picket fence, 2.5 children, and it didn't turn out the way you expected, but you still can't let go of that. You still can't release the disappointment. You thought somebody was your 10, but they were not. Why is Temperance here for Virgo? What is the energy? Why is Temperance here for Virgo? What is the message, Spirit? I have the Ace of Brooms. Yes, it's time to move forward. That's what Spirit is saying. Temperance to the Ace of Wands, okay? It's time to move forward. Nine of Cups. For some of you, Spirit is saying you're unhappy where you are. Strength. Leo energy, something has to do with you taking back your power. Now, for some of you, you could just be staying in a situation that makes you unhappy. It makes you miserable just because you're comfortable and you don't know what's on the other side. So you're operating out of fear. Give me an energy for the Nine of Cups in the reverse. Why is this here for Virgo? Why is the Nine of Cups in the reverse here for Virgo? What is the energy, Spirit? I have the Page of Pentacles. Yes, it's time to start something new. For some of you, again, Nine of Cups in the reverse, you have a very pessimistic outlook. It's like you don't want to start over. You don't want to take a different route. You're not happy with this new beginning that's being presented because it's new. It's not something that you're used to. Give me an energy for the King of Pentacles. Why is the King of Pentacles here for Virgo? What is the energy? Three of Cups in the reverse. Tell me more. Two of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so it just looks like, Virgo, you could have ended up with the short end of the stick in a situation. I feel like for some of you, it's giving me, there was a third party situation. There was a choice that needed to be made. So you ended the third party situation, or the third party, whatever connection you had with this person, it just didn't work out. So you went to the Two of Cups, but that didn't work out either. So it's like, again, you ended up with the short end of the stick. Like, neither of these situations panned out the way you expected. You didn't get what you wanted at all in any of these circumstances. Give me an energy for the Three of Cups. It's like the third party didn't work out. The Two of Cups didn't work out. Nothing worked out. Now you got to start all over again. You have to look for somebody again. King of Pentacles. Yeah, so for some of you, it's like this is you looking for a mate. You want a relationship. That's what you're solely focused on. For some of you, with this Page of Pentacles, Spirit is saying it's time for you to focus on your money, your endeavors, and kind of put love to the side. You can be too overly focused on relationships, on the things that didn't work out. Because I'm telling you, it's like the Three of Cups is in the reverse and the Two of Cups. So it's kind of like, okay, you did the third party thing. You know, you could have just been dating, seeing different people, not, you know, getting yourself involved in anything serious, but it didn't go the way you expected. You ended up pretty much severing ties with this person or with these other options. Seven of Cups. And then so you did say, okay, let me get into a relationship. And that didn't work out. So you tried both. You tried both routes. Neither route didn't work out, Virgo. But Spirit is saying it's time for you to stop focusing solely on love and to focus more on your resources, on your stability. Page of Pentacles, and look at how he's holding the pentacle and it's facing the Ten of Pentacles. So something has to do with you. Spirit is saying don't put all your eggs in one basket. Someone is like overly focused on love. Too focused on connections. King of Cups, somebody is overly focused on love. And Spirit is saying it's time for you to focus on your resources. It's time for you to build yourself up, to make you the priority. Like somebody is like too focused on that, being with someone, too focused on finding the right person. And there's other aspects of your life that you need to concentrate on at this time. That's what Spirit is saying for someone. So again, Death again at the bottom of the deck. So it's time for a change. It's time for a perspective shift. Because it's like you tried both routes. I'm telling you, you tried to date and mingle and meet different people. That didn't work out. You tried to be in a connection and settle down. That didn't work out. And you're still sitting here, the King of Cups. Or you can be a feminine energy, operating in her masculine energy. Either way, Spirit is saying it's time for a new view. It's time for a new perspective, mental change, old belief systems. So for some of you, you could, for someone, something has to do with age. You may want it to be married and settled down by a certain age. Something has to do with family tradition. It's like by a certain age, like everybody's married, you know, they're on their first or second child. So let's say like, you know, majority of your family members, by the time they're 25, they have their house, they have their spouse, they have their children or 2 kids, and it's like you still out here single. For some of you, that's the issue. It's like you're trying to measure up to family, to, family tradition, your family's belief system when it comes to connections and where you should be. Like, oh, you're not married yet, Virgo? You don't have no children yet, Virgo? For someone, that is the case. Give me an energy for the Page of Pentacles. Why is the Page of Pentacles here for Virgo? What is the message? Queen of Cups. For some of you, you keep choosing the wrong person, the wrong type of people. That's why these relationships ain't working out. I feel like Spirit has presented you with someone, has presented you with the Queen of Cups or Virgo. Spirit has presented you with the King of Cups. Take it as it resonates. But it's like you don't want this person. This person is coming with the Ten of Pentacles. Something has to do with the type of people you're attracted to. For some of you, you may feel like this person isn't your type. But this is the one that's going to bring you the most emotional fulfillment, a lot of prosperity. You're going to be able to build with this person. But you're focused on something different, someone else. And that's why you keep being in these failed relationships. It's just giving me, for some of you, quantity over quality. Give me an energy for the Two of Cups in the reverse. Why is this here for Virgo? The King of Swords. For some of you too, you especially with this Prison of Regret, I feel like you already had an opportunity at your Ten of Pentacles and it didn't work out. So now it's like you're trying to find this person in everyone you meet, but it's not happening. You're disappointed in your relationships because nobody is measuring up to this Queen of Cups. So for some of you, it's you walking away from these relationships, you cutting these people off because you're still trying to look for this Queen of Cups in everyone else, and it's just not happening. It's almost like for some of you, you could actually be trying to you could actually be dating people that are very similar to whoever this Queen of Cups energy is, but it's not the same. That's what you're realizing. It's not the same. They don't embody everything that this Queen of Cups carries. And so that's why the relationships do not work out. Give me an energy for mental chains. Why is mental chains here for Virgo? What is the message? The Knight of Swords. Old belief system. You know what? For some of you, something has to do with your belief system. Something does have to do with family tradition. For some of you, this Queen of Cups may have not measured up to your family belief system, to whatever traditions you were brought up on, Virgo. And that's why you chose to distance yourself. You chose not to take the leap. Something also has to do with somebody taking the offer back, but it only slowed you down. And then I'm hearing the song, All I Do Is Think of You Day and Night. And then you have this person heavily on your mind as well. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. But it's kind of like you let your belief system, you let your family dictate who you should love, who you should invest in. Why is the Prison of Regret here for Virgo? What is the energy? Shadow work messages. The Chariot. Cancer energy. The past cannot be rewritten, but your future is still yours to create. So for some of you, I do see you moving forward once you get over this regret. Once you stop trying to find this person and everyone else and just, you know, realize it's just a lesson. Some things, you know, it's just a lost cause. You just have to move forward and continue to work on you, continue to heal, and meet the right type of people. Don't try to move too fast. Take your time. Give me an energy for breaking karmic cycles. And also, you know, you choose, not your family. This is your choice. Someone can have a issue with people pleasing, wanting to do what makes everyone else happy, and ending up miserable. And that's what happened. You want to do what made everybody else happy, and you ended up in a miserable situation. Why is breaking karmic cycles here? Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like you're trying to fix something that's not meant to be fixed. Something is not your Two of Cups. You already know. For some of you too, you could have made like a third party you could have decided to commit to a third party. You could have made a third party your mate, your spouse. Decided to work on things with a third party, something that's toxic. Because of your belief system. Something has to do with belief system. Even though you're unhappy, it's what's pleasing to the family. It's what's pleasing to other people. It looks good to other people. Give me an energy for the Queen of Cups. Why is the Queen of Cups here for Virgo? What is the message? You just have to realize, like, you live your life. Nobody's going to live it for you. Nobody ain't going to be unhappy in this relationship but you. Ain't nobody, your mom, your dad, siblings, cousins, they're not going to wake up every day to this person. Give me an energy for the Queen of Cups. Why is the Queen of Cups here? So that's your shot. Look at this, the Devil, Capricorn energy. So somebody is toxic. For some of you too, something has to do with somebody like only wanting you for your finances, what you have to offer. I'm also getting, for some of you, you could have felt like this Queen of Cups energy didn't have anything to offer. Or your family could have felt this way. But looking back, 2020 is, you know, it's hindsight. Looking back on things, you're realizing this person had a lot to offer. You could have built a very stable life with this person, but you chose to work on something else that is not emotionally fulfilling. Somebody could have really tried to paint this person out to be this double energy, to be somebody who is karmic, but you ended up with a karmic connection. You ended up in something that's toxic. Give me one more for the Queen of Cups. Why is this here for Virgo? The World. Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius energy. Yeah, you closed out this cycle. Yeah, things ended between you and this person. Now, for some of you, this is somebody who could have felt like you were too toxic and they ended up walking away. This could be somebody that you were married to and you didn't do right by this person, Virgo. So they chose to move forward. The Hierophant, Taurus energy with the Three of Pentacles. Something has to do with a commitment that somebody's not even supposed to be in. So for some of you, you're committed to someone you're not even supposed to be with. This is not a blessed union. Something just holds you in place. Something keeps you stuck. There's really no movement, no growth. But this is what you went towards. Someone couldn't see that something just was not going to work out. It was only going to grow so far, literally. It was only going to grow so far. Seven of Pentacles. It was only going to get to the Seven of Pentacles, not the 10. You still missing Three Pentacles. Something definitely was an illusion. Something was not all that it seemed to be. Give me an energy for the Chariot, and then we'll get some closing messages. Why is the Chariot here for Virgo? What is the message? The Wheel of Fortune, yes. Once you let go, that's when things are going to change for you. Once you heal, you release, that's when things are going to change for you. Once you let go of, you know, seeking validation from your family or friends, that's when things are going to change for you. Once you start living for yourself, that's when things are going to change for you. Once you start investing in the right situations, that's when things are going to change for you. Once you stop focusing, for some of you, once you stop focusing so heavily on love, relationships, and you start pouring more into yourself, your future, your projects, your endeavors, that's when things are going to change for you. I feel like true love is going to show up for you when you least expect it. But a change is here. It's all about you moving forward. Why is the Eight of Pentacles here for Virgo? What is the energy? Why is the Eight of Pentacles here for Virgo? What is the message, Spirit? The Seven of Cups. The illusion is over. Somebody's seeing like what they're investing in. Yes, Four of Cups, but they're not doing anything about it. Somebody just, the illusion has already been revealed. The truth has already been revealed, but somebody still keep working on something that's not going to benefit them. It's karmic cycle. Somebody's stuck in a karmic cycle, and somebody's just laying down and taking it, not doing anything to get out of it, not doing anything to change the circumstances. So it's like the Wheel of Fortune turns in your favor. You create the shift by moving forward. Not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually as well. Like something has to do with your spiritual growth. So let's go ahead and pull one more final energy. Spirit, give me one more message for Virgo. What would you like for Virgo to know at this time? Give me one more message for Virgo. What would you like for Virgo to know at this time? What is the energy? One more message for Virgo. What would you like for Virgo to know? All right, Virgo, I am fearless. It's time for you to be bold and to speak up, okay? Speak up, stand up for yourself, especially where this is family for some of you. I am ready, yes. The surprise of it all, Virgo. Like I was saying in the beginning, like you can't, you know, control everything. You just have to be willing to go with the flow of life. And be optimistic about your future. I am ready. Not everything is going to end badly. Expect a positive outcome. Sometimes you manifest negative things by thinking negative, by focusing so much on the negative. And then I reveal my truth. So yeah, something definitely has to do with you standing up for who you are, what you believe in, who you love, the type of people you're interested in, or just, I'm hearing breaking routine, breaking tradition. Okay, so most people in your family are married by the age of 25. Maybe you don't want to get married till you 35. It's okay. Like, stand up for what you feel is right for you. They did what was right for them. You do what's right for you. You stand in your truth. The number 3, 30, the number 3 definitely is significant because we have 33 and then 30. So somebody could be, oh wow, and then 13. So somebody could be seeing the number 3 a lot. The number 4, the number 6. I'm also getting the number 9. But Virgo, this is your reading. If anything resonated, like the video, share if you feel led to do so. PDZ, hello, how are you? How are you doing? Angela, how are you? Thank you so much for tuning in. Clutch Mode, how are you? Thank you so much for watching. Lan, if I said that incorrectly, I apologize. I don't do readings live, but I will put the information in the description box below. I only do that because you never know what's going to come out, and just to respect everyone's privacy. And I think that is it. Angela, thank you for the heart. So I'm coming back with Aquarius. If you have any significant Aquarius placements, definitely come back and tune in. And if not, if this is where it ends for you, then stay true to thyself and real with thyself. Grow with me as I grow with you. Everyone, stay blessed.